What's your pronouns?
I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm a he. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff.
Okay. I'm Zer. What you feel about that?
Mental illness.
Pride. What age should children be able to choose their own gender? I think as soon as they can explain to me and understand why they're saying that. Let's say I had a child and they came up to me and they were like, I'm a boy instead of a girl. I would be like, okay, then I'll treat them that way.
You said that you want to wait till they can explain it to you, but if they went up and just said, I'm a boy, that doesn't add much explanation. Say I came up to you and I was like, I feel like I'm a boy, right? And you're like, well, you asked me, what do you mean by that? And I say, well, I like the color blue. Like, what would he have to tell you to make you believe it?
I know a lot of the activities we have are associated with masculine and feminine things, but if my, let's say, daughter feels more comfortable playing with boys' sports or playing with...
What's a boys' sport, like football?
Yeah, or not just a boys' sport, but around, like, other boys playing this game. They feel the camaraderie of, like, boys. They feel like they identify more with the boys around them than if they were playing with little girls. And if they could express that to me, I'd be like, okay.
These people are as stupid as it gets, and if no one wants to say it, I'll be the person to say it. We've come to a stage in society where we have adults listening to the opinions of kids.
After transgender and transracial, we got transabled. Yeah, this one's really messed up. Physically healthy people who feel they should have been born disabled. A man in Great Britain cut off his arm because he felt like an amputee. A woman in North Carolina poured drain cleaner in her eyes because she felt blind. Guess what's next? Grown man posting an ad on Craigslist wanting a nanny because he identifies as a baby. You can't make this stuff up. Ridiculous? Perhaps, but who's to say anymore if that's how he feels? If a man can be a woman because he feels like one, if a white person can be a black person because she feels like one, if a healthy person can mutilate herself because she feels disabled, if a grown man can be a baby because he feels infantile, where does this end?
Form of oppression. You don't think double standards is a
There's
form of
some
oppression?
that benefit men.
Using the word
How are you
oppression
defining
denotes
oppression?
themes of slavery and genocide, and some guy calling you a dumb bitch for accurately.
Oh my
being
God,
a
a
dumb
form of
bitch is
oppression.
wait a minute, this is literally.
Have you ever
oppression.
hung out in like
See,
a Call of Duty,
Holy
like
shit.
Call of
If you
Duty
don't wanna
2?
get
This is the problem.
Not being able to get a job
You have
because
conversations
whoa,
like this,
whoa.
and you participate in conversations like this, and then feminists will literally think to themselves, why has every major religion in society imposed like borderline draconian rules on our behavior? And it's like, maybe this lends some credibility to that thing. I mean, women don't aspire to agency. This is the problem with women are oppressed. Can women be oppressed if they're not like tied down somewhere? You guys don't aspire to agency the way that men do. You are not fundamentally trying to lead, trying to do things like that. You think you are because you respond to the media and to society, putting that idea in your head. But if that were not the case, you go back to like
Brian
the
wants you to
21st
end your
century.
little soy rant.
No, it's
No,
fine.
I was enjoying
Literally
it.
everything.
That rant was
everything you
soy
have
free.
said.
He called it a
people-
soy rant because he was making good
That rant
points.
was
No.
soy-free.
Everything you have literally said are the same arguments people have used against black people in like the 60s.
Feminists want to be simultaneously oppressed but also empowered. I thought you people were boss babes who don't need no man, but yet all they do is complain and complain and complain.
Hi, my name's Knox Zajac. I'm 11 years old and I go to Wyndham Middle School. I'm a 6th grader. I was in the library and this book was on a stand. I'd like to read you a page. My back over my hips as I ask if we should take our clothes off. And he's saying yes before I finish my sentence. He's pulling off my t-shirt, laughing when I can't undo his shirt buttons. He's undoing my belt. I'm reaching into his bedside drawer for a condom. We're kissing. Again, we're rolling over. Obviously, you can see where this is going. I don't know if it's because we're feeling especially emotional or just tired, or these past couple of weeks have been too much. But this reminds me so much of the first time we had sex. We were both fucking terrified, and the whole thing was kind of terrible because we didn't know what we were doing. But it was good too, so good, because we were a mess of emotions, and we were scared and excited, and everything felt new. So this sort of feels like that. Nick touches me like he's scared that any minute. Now, this book was at my middle school, and it was on a stand. When I rented it out to show my dad it, the librarian asked if I wanted more and if I wanted a graphic novel version.
This is the crazy thing that's going on in society right now, and people want to act as if there's nothing that's crazy that's going on right now when there really is. This kid is an 11-year-old, and these are the books that they are reading. It's very interesting that these teachers are allowing this to happen, and the higher ups are allowing this to happen in schools, and they'll mask it all in the name of inclusion, which is just a bunch of lies. These people are degenerate people, and it's plain to see that if these are the type of books that are being read, or the types of books that are in schools with kids of his age. And then the sadder thing is the librarian even suggested if he wanted more graphic books.
Oh boy. So I'm that kid's father.
Okay, good. I was asking for you.
Yeah, I'll take another 3 minutes. So that's my son,
Okay.
11 years old, and went to his library and found that by the entry door of our library, this is the smut that he is finding, all right? I don't care whether it's gay, straight, bisexual, whatever the terms are for all this stuff, doesn't need to be at our school. Doesn't need to be at my 11-year-old's library. And then as far as genderqueer, I've got a son in the high school as well. And this is bullshit. We know it, all right? We do not need to be having literature that's showing boys how to suck dick, all right? I'm very, very frustrated about it, okay? And you may think that schools know the best for our children. You know who know the best for our children? The parents.
The agenda is so strong nowadays that they don't even care about teaching kids anything other than the A, B, C, D, E, F, G community type of rubbish is all they like doing nowadays. They don't care about teaching children how to better society. All they care about is all of this sexual stuff that's going on in schools. And it's very unfortunate that a lot of parents do have to put their kids into these situations because they can't afford to homeschool their children. And these are the situations that they have to put them in, where teachers and librarians are suggesting to get more graphic novels for kids to read.
And if you remember this, I was here last year talking about masks, and I even offered you proper usage for a mask, and you said I was bullying. And you know what I would like to say to everybody right now? Where are we a year later, and what has changed why you don't wear your masks right now? So what has changed in the medical field that is showing you that you don't have to wear masks now? So like I said, listen to the parents. I can tell you right now, I don't work anymore, and I will be more than happy to focus my time and effort to the security of my child and children in this school, all right? I will be a thorn in your sides. So I just want you to be aware of what you've woken. Okay? I'm sure that a lot of you guys are fine and great people and have nothing but the best intentions for our children.
I disagree.
But by the fact that this has to take 4 months for a school to get this book out of the library is ridiculous. The parents are here right now and they're speaking, and you need to listen and do something about it quickly.
And what this dad said was absolutely true, and I don't blame him for doing what he did. And a lot of people need to start speaking up more and pushing things like this out into the public. The problem with the right is they love to be too quiet and they don't love to speak up on topics like this. And I can understand it, people fear losing their jobs and things like this, but the more we speak up, the more things like this will be pushed out, because the left have no problem doing that. They will scream on the rooftops, they will make you lose your job, and they will smile while you lose your job, because they do not care. As long as their degeneracy is pushed out into society and their individualism and their love everyone, they will stop at nothing to continue to do what they are doing. But anyway, that was another video, another reaction. As I usually say, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the video as much as possible, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy, and I am out.